The honourable member for Hughes.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I was here. I rise to speak on a motion brought in relation to workforce shortages that are currently that Australia is currently experiencing under this Albanese Labor government. And I'm not sure if the member for Solomon, who I was in the chamber for most of his speech, I'm not sure that he and I are speaking on the same motion, because the member for Solomon spoke only about the alleged assistance that the Albanese Labor government is giving to TAFE. But the vet sector is a lot broader than just TAFE. I'm not sure if the member for Solomon is aware of this, but certainly on our side, Deputy Speaker, we are very aware of this. And when we talk about the chronic workforce shortages, I want to speak particularly about the workforce shortages that are there throughout Australia, but particularly in my electorate of Hughes, and they are in 4 main areas, Deputy Speaker. And the free-TAFE legislation that this government, those on that side, spruik constantly, is doing nothing to help them. And I also note that the member for Solomon made a lot of comments about skill shortages having been around for a decade. The last time I looked, Deputy Speaker, on that side, they are in government, and they've been in government for 2.5 years and have done nothing to address the chronic workforce shortages. Deputy Speaker, let's start with manufacturing. Following the redistribution, my electorate now includes the southwest Sydney, which includes a lot of manufacturing, particularly around the Ingleburn and Moorebank areas. And I've been out to those factories. And what they are saying to me in those factories is that they cannot get fitters, they cannot get turners, they can't get machinists, they cannot get people to actually run their machines. And there is nobody on that side that I have heard talking about how they are going to address the chronic skill shortages in the manufacturing industry, because, Deputy Speaker, of course, the manufacturing industry actually produces goods that can be used here and produces goods that we can sell overseas. But there has been nothing for those people, nothing for the manufacturing industry from this government. And then if we turn to construction, this week on the news, Deputy Speaker, we've heard a record number yet again of construction companies have gone bust in the last month under this Albanese Labor government, a record for my home state of New South Wales, the most populous state and in the country, and the state that most needs construction companies, because guess what they do? They build houses, Deputy Speaker. And the other thing that I haven't heard from anyone on that side is the references to the reports that have come out from the Master Builders Association, which is the subject of this motion, Deputy Speaker. And in that motion, the Master Builders Association talk about chronic skill shortages throughout the construction industry. So we are talking not only electricians, builders and also plumbers. We are talking about roofers. It took me 6 months to get a roofer, Deputy Speaker. We're talking about tilers. We're talking about bricklayers. These are where the chronic workforce shortages are. I know this. I speak to the construction companies in my electorate, and I have about 20% of my electorate are employed in the trades. I've said to them, in the last 2.5 years, what has the Labor government done to improve the skill shortages in the construction industry? They are silent, because this government, Deputy Speaker, has not done anything to address the chronic skill shortages in the trades in construction. Then let's turn to hospitality, Deputy Speaker. I've got many beautiful cafes and restaurants in my electorate of Hughes. Whenever I go into them to buy a coffee or to have dinner, they all say the same thing. They can't get kitchen hands, they can't get chefs, they can't get baristas, they can't get people to wait on tables. And I say, was it this bad 2.5 years ago? Guess what they say, Deputy Speaker? No, it has got substantially worse under this Albanese Labor government, the government that does not care about those who work in hospitality and does not care about those who own small businesses in hospitality. So, Deputy Speaker, when I stand here and hear those on that side talking about fee-free TAFE, that is only one little part of the equation. But fee-free TAFE legislation they may have brought in, what they haven't done is address the chronic workforce shortages in all of the trades, that have continued and been exacerbated under this government. Thank you, Deputy Speaker.
Authorised, Jenny Ware, Liberal Party, Sutherland.